Hello friends, this is Durga again from ITversity, a one-stop shop to learn all the technologies. As of now, we are talking about developing an application to compute average revenue on daily basis from our dataset from orders and order items, which is part of the retail database. And as part of this topic, we'll see how we can actually close it out by computing average revenue for each day by sorting the data by date and then saving the output to a file or directory. As part of this process, we need to understand the difference between group by key, reduce by key, and aggregate by key. I will briefly cover these things, but if you want to understand it in detail, you have to watch these two videos by clicking on these links, where it covers an important concept called combiner and also the difference between reduce by key and aggregate by key. But I will give brief difference when it comes to implementation. Group by key should not be used for aggressive aggregations, even though it is possible to do that. Group by key is more appropriate to use it for sorting, ranking, etc. I have examples on my channel. You can go to my channels and search for group by key, and you will see videos on that, and you can actually see how group by key can be used. Or I will also try to add it to the course if it is required little bit later. And then the major difference, the major point of discussion at this time is the difference between reduce by key and aggregate by key in the pursuit of implementing revenue and count of orders for each day. I will give a brief overview at this time, and also I will cover as part of next video, where I will decide on one of these aggregations and the rationale behind using one over the other. In this case, we will be using aggregate by key. Why we are choosing aggregate by key or reduce by key, we will see that as part of the latter video. But for now, I will try to cover brief difference between the two. So reduce by key can be used when both combiner logic and reducer logic are same. If there is no difference at all between the combiner logic and the reducer logic, then you can use reduce by key. But if either combiner logic if combiner logic and reducer logic are different, then you have to go with aggregate by key. And also aggregate by key has to be used if input key type input value type and the output value type are different. Even in that scenario, we can only use aggregate by key. We cannot use reduce by key. Most of the cases when input value type and reduce value type are different, the combiner logic and reducer logic will be different. Hence, we can only use aggregate by key. Okay, but in some of the exceptional cases, even though combiner logic and reducer logic are same, there could be scenarios where input value type and output value types are different. Even in that scenario where combiner logic and reducer logic are same, but input value type and output value type are different, you need to use aggregate by key only. We will see that why we have to use aggregate by key as part of the next video. For this purpose, we will be implementing aggregate by key to get both revenue as well as number of orders. And then we will compute average revenue for each day, sort the data by date, and then we will save the output to a file or directory. And so far, we have developed the program to read the data of orders and order items. We have filtered the data using filter transformation. We have used map transformation to get required fields from orders and order items. And then we actually applied reduce by key already on order items map, where we have order ID and order item subtotal to compute order wise revenue, and then we actually join the data set. Okay, let me copy all these code snippets. Okay, first val input path equal to and then I have to create the configuration object. Okay, in this case we will be running in the local mode because we are using Scala IDE for Eclipse. Except for the parameter in set master, we can copy paste rest of the stuff, and we have to set it. I think I already created the Spark context, so it might fail. Let me run it again though. Yeah, it is failed because it is already there. We are in the context already. If you are doing it for the first time, it will not fail. And then we don't need to run input validation and output validations here. We just have to copy paste till this point from the first line where we start reading the data. So whatever functionality is implemented thus far, we have executed everything in one shot, and we will preview the data. Orders join dot take 10 dot for each println. I think this did not run, so let me run this again. And you can see the data type of orders join is nothing but integer, is a tuple. So RDD is nothing but a collection of these tuples, and the first element of the tuple is of type int, and the second element of the tuple is again a tuple, and in this tuple the first element is of type string and the second element of type float. We will see what are those values in the tuple by previewing the data by running take of 10 for each println and hit enter. Something is wrong. Let me run one at a time. Okay. Let me see if it is returning any data. Yes, it is returning the data. Now let me copy paste these things. Okay, now let me copy paste this one. Now let me copy paste this one. Okay, now let me say orders join dot take of 10 dot for each println. Something is wrong. Okay, now let me say order items dot take of 10 for each println. Okay, order items itself is causing some issue. Yes, order items map is working, but order this code snippet is not working for some reason. I think it has gone into out of memory issues. I just terminated it and I restarted it and it's working. So now we can actually run this command orders join and see how the data look like. Okay, it is of type tuple, which is in which the first element is of type integer and the second element is again tuple. We can preview the data by running orders join dot take of 10 dot for each println, and now you can see the data. This one is order ID, and in the tuple we have order date and order revenue. For each order ID we got the revenue here. Okay, so now we will use this one and then we will do further processing to get the average revenue for each day. That being said, I hope you're enjoying the content. If you like this video, or if you want to provide the feedback or provide the rating, please do so, especially when it comes to rating. Please give me the full rating. If you think otherwise, please let me know so that I can actually come up with the workaround or justification, and you can give the rating based on that. And also, even if you give the rating, please, which is not full rating, please give me the feedback so that I can improvise on my future content. That being said, thank you. Bye. Bye.